wanted to touch on the operations we've had this year. We did multi-agency saturations like we did in the year past, and so these saturations are a combination effort of Minnehaha County, Lincoln County, Minnehaha Reserves, and South Dakota Highway Patrol with Sioux Falls Police Department. These are specifically focused on racing, exhibition driving, eluding cases, and overall dangerous driving behaviors. So the final total numbers for this year, in addition to our normal patrol duties, was a total of 1,413 citations with 153 cases and arrests, and over were put into that. So that roughly equates to an average of 1.5 saturations per hour per officer. And this year we were very successful like last year. And again, these are additional duty assignments that are on top of our normal patrol functions with all of those 5 agencies together. Any questions? Thank you.
All right, we will turn it over to Sergeant German from the Crimes Against Persons section of the Detective Bureau.
Good morning, Sergeant German, Crimes Against Persons. So there was a kidnapping on a log from yesterday, September 11th. Officers were dispatched to the 500 block of South Spring Avenue. This was around 11:21 hours. Drug her to a vehicle, a silver van with no plates, and left the scene. Officers responded quickly to the area. Ultimately, the suspect vehicle was located near 11th and Prairie. This was at about 11:38 hours. The driver of that vehicle was not the suspect seen in our video footage that we had collected or matched evidence statements that we had, but he was brought down for interviewing. We spoke with him. Through our investigative tools, we also continued our investigation. It was no longer occupied by the person pictured in video or the female that was seen as well. But through those investigative tools and working with CAP, VCU, and narcotics, we were able to pin an area where we believe the female to be at. Ultimately, we located her in the southwest section of the city. This was at about 19-24 hours, roughly. She was taken to safety, and the suspect from this incident, Joseph Gerken, I can spell that, Joseph Gerken, Gerken, Senior, date of birth 6/20/1986. He was charged with simple assault domestic and aggravated kidnapping in the 2nd degree, which is a class 1 felony. These individuals, we believe, were known to each other. So,
how old was the victim?
She's approximately late 20s.
Can you rerun through the time from when she was taken to when she was safely recovered?
Sure. So the initial call came in at about 11:21 hours. Officers responded to the area. They located the suspect vehicle 11:38 hours. And then ultimately she was brought to safety at about 19-24 hours, roughly.
You said they knew each other. Can you expand on their relationship?
Just that they're known to each other. We can't release further at this time.
Were drugs and alcohol a factor in this?
Not that we believe at this time.
What was the motive for the kidnapping?
Yeah, so this is still an open investigation, so we can't really go into that details, but so we can't release that this time.
Did she have any injuries when she was found?
Yeah, she had injuries to her. Nothing that required her to be brought to a hospital or anything like that. So, anything else? Thank you.
All right, we'll have Chief Toom come up and say a few words this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Chief Toom. Not in my usual outfit, just came from the Sanford International. We had some opening ceremonies, but as I came back, I ran in just to check in to see what we were talking about today. And I couldn't tell you how proud I am of our team. And I think the 2 things we talked about today highlights the varied work of law enforcement. From traffic saturations to fast evolving kidnapping investigations with patrol and detectives and every asset we have, law enforcement is a varied work with a varied skill set that's required. And I think our team time and time again amazes me. I'm incredibly proud of the work they do. For example, this traffic saturation, despite everything that happens in our community, the number one complaint we get is usually about traffic. And we empowered our traffic team to go out, collaborate with other agencies over the past 2 summers. I think some of you have done stories on this, and they continue to go out and look at some of the worst offenders that we have and try to build cases and make meaningful arrests. And then again, on the kidnapping case, as I was being briefed about that yesterday, never doubted that our team was going to find what they needed to find and make sure that victim was safe. Again, the varied work of police work, everything from the severe to the parking complaint and everything we do in between requires an incredible skill set from our team, and our team always knocks it out of the park and does great work. And so just unique that I happen to be walking by today. I just want to take this opportunity to talk about just how proud I am of this department and how the people of our community should be proud of the work we do every day. Thank you. Oh, any questions? What's the last one here? Anything? Okay. Hey, Lieutenant Butler?
Yep.
You got anything you want to say?
I'm going to talk about traffic crash.
We're going to talk about traffic crash. Very good. All right. Well, and crash investigations. And crash investigations. There's a hat that goes with this too. But I think
Thank you. The last thing we'll talk about, the only other thing in the log that was really worth noting was, and we had some inquiries about it, was a crash that happened yesterday around 2:45 p.m. in the area of 59th and Solberg. Officers responded for a head-on collision. Those officers found that there were 3 people that were injured, and the passenger of what ended up being the suspect vehicle had fled the scene. He was quickly apprehended and taken into custody. It appears that the suspect vehicle was traveling at a high rate of speed going north on Solberg when it failed to negotiate a curve. Ended up striking another vehicle head on, again causing some injuries and some traffic backup and that type of thing in the area. The driver of the vehicle, last name spelled P-A-C-H-E-C-O, first name S-E-L-V-I-N, date of birth 9/11/2002. He was charged with DWI first, vehicular battery, reckless driving, possession of marijuana paraphernalia, and a bunch of different traffic violations. And the passenger was charged with possession of marijuana paraphernalia and obstructing police. None of the injuries appear to be life-threatening. Any questions on that? Fantastic. Have a great rest of your day. Good